Dow. Color dog alert for the Dow.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Welcome aboard, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is that time again. Tonight, we have some very important things to get through. Before we get into all that, if you are choosing a mentor, this is your list. Make sure that your mentor has a third-party verified track record, no Excel spreadsheets, no uploadable crap. Collective 2 end-to-end is an example like ours. Ability to watch them trade live in real time, shows you their broker statements, not just a website login or screenshots, recorded verifications, not running two accounts in both directions, modern tools, not just more fraud education, re-teaching you other crap that's already free on the internet, and of course quantified adjustable market condition delta, which means as the market shifts, do they have a quantifiable way to adjust to market conditions, because that's usually where everybody fails. We are going to be checking out the VIX. Let me get my pointer up here. Oh, I got to turn on the magic drawing board. How about that? Da-da-da! All right, how about some red here for our checkbox? All right, so we're going to go through, take a peek at the VIX, how we use it, where are we currently, news, scheduled news for this week, earnings reports, what's up this week. We'll look at those to see if there's anything we need to be aware of. Let's take a look at those rollovers. Do we have any rollovers coming up? I don't believe we have anything major. We're right here at the beginning of the year. If you guys aren't already on the 03 contracts, that's the most stuff that we are trading right now. Last week, we'll take a brief look at some of that. And then, of course, we will deep dive into the charts from the week for the analysis, and we will save up their questions at the end. If you guys got questions you want to ask me directly, you want to see me answer those live here in the room, there is an Ask Vinny questions section over there on the left. And let's go ahead and we'll pull that up. We'll show you guys exactly what that is right now. All right, so pulling up our chat room. What exactly does that look like? Some people are always asking, like, what's your chat room look like? How exactly does that work? Well, we leverage the power of a gaming app called Discord. This was originally designed for gamers, but as you guys know, we turn the markets into a gigantic video game. So this is it. On the left-hand side over here, that menu I was talking about, you'll want to look at all these things. We'll see Vinny's story, my hardware, of course, disclaimer, testimonials, video of the week, etc., etc. But here's where everybody primarily chats right here in public. Come say hello to us. We got a Jacksonville, Florida from Wayne. What's up? Florida, excellent. Represent. And of course, over here on the left, main part, I would say right here. I always try to get you guys, make sure you come here to train here. And again, this is free, folks. Come over here, join us up, take a peek over there into training, and you want to look at the different strategies that we look through. You want to know what's in our training, how to look at what we're doing here tonight. We had a great one here. This was, I posted this one out for Simon. One of his favorites is a bow tie strategy entry. Get a dot with a cipher harmonic ready to go. We're entering in at this position. We're targeting the cipher itself. Different way to play that harmonic. That is a beauty. Entry right here. Targets to the red box. That is a huge 35-40 tick target winner there on NQ. Beautiful stuff. But strategies like that, if you guys want to learn those and know what those are, or just have them drawn up. Like, look, you can learn that. Did you learn that strategy right now? There you go. You just learned a strategy here tonight, right? Don't say it didn't give you anything for free. There it is. All right, enter in on our dot and write it up into the harmonic exit. That, my friends, is a bow tie strategy. Ding, ding, dong. We play it like a video game around here. Welcome aboard. Okay, so important things for tonight. Don't forget optimization. So I should say that is one of the most important things we are going to be getting here tonight to load up your charts for tomorrow. Again, we are kind of getting back in the swing of things. We've been out for our Christmas break and all that kind of stuff, so you guys are all kind of mushy-gushy. Don't forget to start hitting that workout. Take care of the mind and the body. This is the optimization grid we'll be posting out tonight. The most important one there is that period column to know what ranges we are going to be setting up. Don't write these down. These are the old ranges for last week, but we will be posting out a new one of these. I will also walk through tonight what that is, how that is, and of course, first thing on our list was the VIX, right? Let's take a peek at the VIX. So y'all get ready for this, because I looked at this earlier, so I'm already cheating. I already know what this number is. Somebody tell me. Who knows in my room, if you know that 14 is an amazing number, type a 1 over there in the chat box. If you don't know that 14 is amazing, type a 2. Okay. Anthony, can't wait. Excellent. You're in Fort Myer. Fantastic. And South New Jersey. That's right. You got two places. He's the travel back and forth man right there. But if you know that 14 is an amazing VIX for us, that is what we call the sweet spot. If you know that piece of information, type us a 1. If you don't know that information, type us a 2. Again, we try to teach you guys as we go along what I do. This is how we quantify how we adjust to market conditions. This is part 1, how we step into it. So what do we prepare for tomorrow? Good tidings of great joy I bring to you, which shall be to all people. Let us bring the gospel. Remember, the gospel just means good news, and there are multiple types. I've got good news for you. Here's a $500 sheet, 5 trades, just 5 trades. And when we are at 14 and 13, holy shnikes, that's the sweet spot. Barry says he doesn't know yet. That's all right. Barry, you just learned it here tonight. If the VIX settles between 13 and 14, now remember, we're looking at the night before compared to tomorrow morning, whether we rise up or whether we rise down, we know what to do, right? But what do we know about 13, 14? Sweet spot, lots of great opportunities for our trading strategies. So 14, get ready to rumble. It's going to be a great day to start the year. Again, really, this is where I kind of really pick up. I've been on hiatus and vacation, doing all the fun stuff with the family and whatnot. Of course, we had a baby this year, and we've been away a whole lot. Baby's finally getting like some normal sleeping hours, sort of. So we're going to get back into it this year. I am super excited about the new stuff. Don't worry. NT8 people, NT8 is coming probably around April, May-ish of this year. So the NT8 version coming. But get in on 7. We are solid on that beast right there. We got a couple more items to add to that, and we will be also re-implementing the Chartcast. If you guys know about that Chartcast feature, where we're going to be drawing up our analysis directly on your chart. So tonight I'm going to show you guys our charts and kind of give you some analysis, but we're going to have our drawings on your charts that can literally dynamically update on your chart. That's, I mean, I don't even know if you guys get that. Are you guys pumped about some Chartcast or what? I know I am. Hope you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think about that Chartcast feature. It's going to be freaking sweet. Okay, so step 1. We've got VIX. We know that we're going to have some great opportunities for that. What's next on our little list over here? VIX. Let's take a peek at the news, then earnings reports. Let's do it. News and earnings reports. So, news for tomorrow. Exclamation mark. News tomorrow. Here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. Any reds? I see no reds. Awesome. So all we got is a sweet VIX level, no scheduled news events. Now, that doesn't mean we don't have some surprise, right? You know, Kim Jong-un could come out and say something crazy. Iran could be like, I'm going to go send, you know, a bomb into Israel, or, you know, bombs over Baghdad. Those type of things, we don't know. Always got to be prepared for those. We let our stops handle majority of that, and of course, keeping it tight. And yeah, NT8, I know you guys are pumped about that. It's going to give us some extra horsepower under the hood. So not really concerned too much about that. Let's look at the week. Econo day by week. This one, still got to get on the list. All right. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. All right, what's up on the week that's red? Here's one. Nothing. Oh, no, here's one on Tuesday. Okay, international trade numbers, 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Okay, so end of day, what are we looking at? End of day, we remember that we got some Red Star news in the morning. So look for the end of the day here on a Monday to push towards what? Pop quiz, think about it. You should be able to answer that question. Where are we going to push towards if I've got a Red Star news event in the morning on a Monday to a Tuesday? If you answered golden ropes, you are correct. Give yourself a gold star, check plus, A plus, if you got that answer correct. So we'll be looking at the end of the day towards the golden ropes for our Lucky Sevens trade at the end of the day. Final 7 minutes of the day. Look toward the push of the golden ropes, depending on where we are at the end of the day. Okay. Red Star News event on Wednesday. This is normal. This is our crude oil inventories number. We got a way that we trade around crude. Of course, 11 o'clock is the trade for that one. 10:30, wait for the first 30 minutes in the direction that it's going, and we reverse that position at 11 o'clock on the dot. All right, jobless claims, 8:30 a.m. on Thursday. That's normal. No FOMCs this week, and employment situation numbers on Friday. Standard stuff for Thursday and Friday. Anthony got it right. Atnick got it right. Raptor got it right. See, look at these. These folks, they've been training with us. They know the answers. Go check these guys out. they know the drill. So news, talked about that, news events. All right, let's look at some earnings reports coming up this week. Make sure we're not going to miss anything there. Exclamation mark EARNINGS, earnings. All right, getting the latest earnings count. Let's take a peek. All we care about are the numbers, really. All right, nothing. Look at this, low numbers. Nothing to look at, don't care about, nothing to sweat about at the end of the day on the earnings reports numbers for this week. Check, triple check. Now, what is next on our list? Earnings reports, rollovers. All right, rollovers. We've got nothing until the third week of this month, so nothing on this week. Let's move to the next. Last week, brief, and then we'll get into the technical analysis and, of course, hit those questions. We got some great questions there in the room. All right. Let's get to last week. Holy shnikes. Now, last week was kind of a non-trade week type of thing, but I kind of want to combine last week's stuff with some questions. Let's just go to one of the, let's go to the questions. Let's go to Ask Vinny questions, because this is going to directly apply to one of my favorite trades of last week. And right here, if you guys want to see our questions answered directly here in a live stream, right here to Ask Vinny questions. If you guys do have a question right now, drop those over in the chat box. So one of the questions that was asked in the room from Adam, great question here, said, hey Vinny, got any retail trading groups on Discord that you follow to go against, I think he meant against here, agents, I think he was voice to texting, but what he means is our retail run strategy, where I trade against a room talking. We had a great one this week, so we'll use that as an example and answer this question all at the same time. I've always wanted to see that manifest. Okay, so thank you, Barry, for popping in that test there as well. So yours should show up there in the chat as well. Again, I know there's a slight delay on YouTube, so always keep that in mind when you guys are watching me live stream, that there is typically a delay. So don't just try to be like, oh, he just got in right now, and like you jump on a trade. That could be detrimental. Answering this question, retail run. This is one of our strategies. If you guys want to learn that, here we go. Retail run, Vinny Emini. This is a great strategy. Again, you guys can always learn. Oops, did I type it right? Retail run strategy. There we go. Noobs, retail run. Right, here we go. Advanced strategy, retail run. How to trade against a retail room. Okay, great one is Seth Ellis room. You guys want to like watch the worst traders on the planet? Go into Seth Ellis room. You got Gamma Trader, the biggest scammer on the planet, over there leading a horse trough full of individuals who don't know what they're doing. Great room to go follow, and as they get two guys in a direction, just ride the other side. When we get an opposing signal, that is the short of it. But if you want to watch the whole strategy into the end right there, this is the strategy that Adam is referring to. What are some good rooms in a list? I think I'm going to go ahead and create a list of those rooms in our room that you guys can go and, you know, back to full swing circle. To answer the question, this is a great example to Adam. Okay, so last week I was in there. I paid his free trial thing. I just wanted to see and laugh my ass off a little bit. So I'm sitting in there listening to three guys who are his analysts completely lost as ducks, all right? But they were waiting for the ES to move up. Okay, so they're waiting for the ES to move up.
Color dog alert for NASDAQ.
Y'all, I'm not even joking. Here's what I heard in their room. Okay, remember it was an audio room, and they're all like, somebody goes, oh yeah, here we go, man. I've been waiting for this for an hour. We're moving up. And I'm like, it's funny is it's like it's 10 minutes from the open. Of course, you're gonna get some move at the open, okay? But he and two other guys, so we had three retail traders pretending like analysts, being really excited and telling everybody about their position because they feel so good about, yeah, here we go. All right, we're moving up on the ES. They get in long on a position. Then they start talking about how they're putting on their trailing stop. So I'm like, okay, well, let's look at my charts. Here's what I saw. Let's head back over to my stuff, and let's look at, I believe it was Friday of last week. Here it was, right here. Boom, headshot. This is them. What time is it? Right here at, oh, was this an hour in? Yeah. So, but we had already started forming the red box, but these guys were all getting long into this position. Wrecked. We just wrecked this thing, and let me see. I don't know if I have a screenshot of the final part of this. Where did it go? I have the after. I don't have the after, but no, this is a great example of a room calling longs. We get an HMD. You just double down, slam on that position. Again, your stop is right here, okay? But look, target 1, front of the box, and target 2, we're running until we see what? A green of some sort. Green dot, green box, blue dot, right? That's it. Those are our 3, right? Greens or blue in this position for your runner. Beautiful, beautiful trade there, trading against retail room. So as far as a list, there are 2, Seth Ellis room and Stephen Moust, aka Troll Trades, aka Lit. If you guys remember Lit in our room, L-I-T, legendary indicator trader. He named himself, y'all, even though he says people used to call me legendary indicator trader. No, he called himself that. Yeah, like Legends of Grandeur. Lucid. We might want to check his lucidity, honestly. But anyhow, yes, go and spend $7,000 per month on him, though. I would love to hear what you gain from a guy who's got all of 2 years experience and see how he improves your trading. $7,000 a month. Okay, sign me up. Write me down for 2. Okay. Next. Let's see. Next question on our list. Let's get into the analytics of the market analysis. First of all, optimizations. If you guys have never done an optimization process, you need to learn this. So, new section, here we go. How about we do this in some orange here? All right, so this box represents time. All right, and this sliver over here represents tomorrow. Okay, and we all want to know what the market's going to look like tomorrow? Wouldn't it be awesome? If you want to know exactly what the market's going to look like tomorrow, and you know how cool that would be, in the chat box, type a 1. If you're like, I don't really care what the market looks like tomorrow, type me a 2. That way we know if this is completely over your head or not. But yeah, so wouldn't it be awesome if you could tell what was going to happen tomorrow? Okay. All right, so this section over here, this is what we call the optimization period, and this little section is the run period. This is where we want to run tomorrow. All right, Remel, he knows what's up. All right, we want to know, optimization, yeah. This looks weird. Did I spell that wrong? It looks weird. All right, but that's right. Yeah, we got a bunch of 1s. You guys know what's up. So this is the whole process of optimization. When I tell you guys I'm going to spit out the grid for tomorrow, and you want to know the importance of why you want to load up your charts tomorrow, this is the process. And I'm even going to address one of our favorite retarded trolls, Analytical Kinetics, aka DK, Dunning-Kruger disease guy. That Analytical Kinetics guy that always seems to say words that he doesn't know what he means. One of the things we're going to answer here tonight for him, even though nobody else on the planet really ever has to answer this question, but his constant level of trolling at the 3rd grade reader level, one of his things is, oh, his overfit. He overfits. He doesn't even know what that means, okay? But maybe he does. Maybe let's say for a minute that he knows what overfit means. I'm going to show you guys how to calculate the probability of overfit, okay? Because he keeps talking about, well, he doesn't even show the probability of overfit. First of all, I've never seen anybody publish that anywhere as if that was a thing that was necessary. The probability of overfit. The way that you optimize, you should already know that there's no exact calculation for that. So that's ironic. But I'm going to show you guys a way to show, and I'm going to answer. So Analytical Kinetics, if you're listening, which I'm certain you are because you're worried to death that we are going to basically not allow you to run your scam this year, and you're not, okay? But when you're going to go out there and try to sell your mentorship service to some more shills, acting like when you took your 3-month course in quant and you have no idea of how to do what we do here, I'm going to answer your question, okay? The question is, what is the probability of overfit? All right, so stay tuned, people. If you are interested in this little tidbit that he always seems to throw out as if this is a thing that would matter to him, probability of overfit. Okay, so what is the probability of overfit on our system? I am going to show you guys tonight and this is a ballpark way to get it, because this is not an exact mathematical scenario. I'll show you as close as you can get to it, okay? But there are so many factors that run into this. You just need to make sure that you don't overfit. Like it's like basic 101 stuff, but he keeps talking about overfit. It's like talking to a calculus professor about constantly saying, hey, look, I see a plus sign. Well, no crap, Sherlock, okay? We're not going to overfit. That's important, okay? But we're not going to overfit. And then you're like, well, he doesn't even show the probability. I'm going to show you here tonight. In fact, I'm going to start with it, okay? Our probability of overfit. There are two ways that you could potentially measure this for ours, and here they are. Analytical kinetics, aka Shalom Benzev, the Dunning-Kruger disease kid who consistently scams people and is trying to get you to go to his mentorship that doesn't even know what this is. But if you were to calculate it, here is how it is: 200 to 1. Okay? Or let's go the other way. There is a 1 in 200 chance of overfit on our system. This is if you're running our system for 1 hour. Okay? Which, that's what we do, right? 60 minutes to 90 minutes, where we're optimizing for, what we're doing for our trading. So it's a 1 in 200 for the majority of the times when I'm running this. Now, mind you, it depends on my optimization period, which can adjust based on market conditions, which is why when this kid asks, he doesn't even tell us what the probability of overfit is, as if that's something he can do. Anthony says, overfitting occurs when a statistical model or machine learning algorithm captures the noise of the data intuitively. Overfitting occurs when the model or the algorithm fits the data too well. Exactly. Basic, right? Anthony, but you tell me, if I were to tell you this, what is the probability of overfit for any given optimization? Answer that one, Anthony. What is the probability of overfit? Okay, think about what probability means, right? What's the chance of for the layperson? And to make things simpler, like climate change, Remo, there's a good example. You know, cause and effect. What's what? Okay, but a 1 in 200, and I'll give you again. This is not exactly accurate, right? This number that I'm giving, 1 in 200, but I'll show you how we come to that number in just a minute. Okay, if you run our system for 1 hour, 60 minutes to 90 minutes, okay, the probability is 1 in 200. You got a 1 in 200 chance that we absolutely over. Yeah, Anthony's like, what? Exactly, Anthony. So go talk to Analytical Kinetics, who thinks he's so smart over there on Twitter. It's again, like I say, thinks he's smart. He's attracted to anything that has like a brain thing on it. And the kid's, you know, no offense to him, but he's like, you know, 47 single, you know, virgin person. Like I just. Look, if that's you, that's fine. But if you're this person who just thinks you're the shiznit of the diznit, like this guy does, like, I don't feel bad for you. I mean, I feel... Man, I'm a terrible person. All right. Look, I just wish the guy had a brain. And I wish he would just cut the BS out, right? Don't dox my family. Don't post my divorce stuff. Don't post pictures of my house online. Don't talk about my kids. Don't talk about my wife being Hispanic. How about that, Analytical Kinetics? Okay, I don't feel for you at all. You're a terrible and disgusting person. But I'm going to go ahead and stoop here for a second and show you how dumb this is. Okay, but even Anthony, who knows what overfitting is, if I ask him what the probability of overfit for any given system is, like, he doesn't know what that is. He's a smart guy. Anybody else? Anybody else in here? Try it. Tell me. How do you calculate the probability of overfit? If that was even a real thing, okay? Now again, he'll go and point to some book where they talked about the whatever, and it was specific to a system, I guarantee you, okay? And their rough estimate is a rough estimate because, again, nothing about the markets is actually 100% mathematical, statistical, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, there's still that outside chance that you don't know because there are so many outside factors that are going on because it's human emotion, even though, yes, it's guided by algorithms, which is where we tear it up, by the way. Okay? But anyhow, here it is. 1 in 200 if you're running our system for 60 minutes to 90 minutes. Now, again, that's going to be different if it's 90 minutes versus 10. Then we use random vectors, R, to represent the ranking of the components, R, R, respectively. Okay. And then what? Give me the formula for calculating the probability of overfit.
NASDAQ.
Therefore, we consider the ranking space consists of the permutations 1, 2 through n. Okay, now permutations. Okay, hold on. So again, here we go, starting to use the using terms that nobody knows. All right, permutations, the different variations of, meaning how many parameters. How about I simplify it for, again, all these people who use these big words that they don't know what they're talking about, or they act like they sound like they know what they're talking about. They don't. All right, but let me break it down for you. It means like the variation in the parameters. How many parameters am I using in this system versus another system? The more parameters and the more finite that I put those together, the more that they are possible of overfitting. Okay. Okay, and then whatever he just typed right there, R equals R, I don't even know what he just wrote right there. Okay, but again, the thing is none of these people are more profitable than me trading our system, and that's for a reason, okay? Because all these guys are scientific, theoretical, and they have no idea. They don't do it in practice, okay? They all sit in labs or pretend like they're sitting in labs and start throwing out stuff, or they Google it real quick and they post shit in here and say stuff like, what's the probability of? Okay, so here's how it's real broken down simple, okay? So if I run a 2-week optimization period, 2 weeks, if there are no holidays, etc., because again, what's going to happen is somebody's going to come troll, going to put, well, what about the blah, 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 what about the blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to give you guys a good big picture and what you need to understand. I focus on the important stuff. It's called wisdom over knowledge. You guys might have knowledge, but you have zero wisdom. All right, that's what I've tried to teach this guy Shalom Benza, which is so funny because he goes in out, because I have talked about the wisdom from Solomon, who wrote Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, and of course my company Ecclesiastes Global Investments. He named himself Solomon on the internet to talk to Adam Webb, one of my arch enemies, right? Not able to use all the correct letters, yeah. So, but boiling this down, okay, he wants to be smart, but he's not. At the end of the day, wisdom is the application of knowledge. So what I do here, folks, the difference between us and them and any other shill service out there is I can actually apply the knowledge. That is what happens when you have 160 IQ. You can actually interpret that and use it to your advantage. Now, how do we interpret it? Here it goes. Here's the simplest way and why it matters right here. And actually, still doesn't matter. But a 1 in 200 chance tells me I'm not concerned, right? Is anybody concerned that there's a 1 in 200 chance that you're going to overfit? Mind you, if you're going to be running an optimization for 1 day, for 1 hour, no. The answer is no, right? But when people are like, oh, it's overfit. Really? To run for 1 hour, you're going to overfit based on an optimization period of approximately 2 to 3 weeks? That's absurd. Absurd. Again, like starting with square one, but he was like, well, what's the probability of it? Okay, well, here you go. 1 in 200. How do you get that? Well, how many hours of trading are there in a day? Okay, well, it depends. If you're going to go 6-hour day because you do the open to open, then you're looking at number of hours per day. Let's see. So 6 hours in a day, 5 hours in a week. I'm sorry, 5 days a week. Okay. So in a given week, you have 30 units then, right? 30 units times 2 is 60. Okay. So it's 60 over 1. Right? Well, let's go one step further. If you're going to do all night like we do, because we optimize through the overnight session as well as the daytime, which means that it's a 23-hour session. Let's just round down to keep the number simple and call it 20 hours a day. 20 times 5 is 100, times 2 weeks is 200, and I'm going to run it for 1 hour. 1 out of 200 chance that I'm going to overfit the 1 hour that we're looking for the ideal optimization period for. And again, we're optimizing for the period where we are optimizing for the best trade for 20 to 40 minute trade. Ding, ding, dong. That is where I come with a 1 to 200. Now, again, that could be adjusted if you want to go day over day, if you want to do hour over hour. Let's say that we run it for the entire day, okay, for the 6-hour period. Well, then it's no longer 1. If I'm going to run it, then it's going to be 6 over 200. Reduce that by 2, so you're looking at 3 over 100. Okay, a 3 in 100 chance if you're going to run it all day on a 2-week optimization. Run it back 3 weeks, and now it becomes, my point is this: the probability of me overfitting during our optimization process is low enough to not be of concern and still benefits us and gives us edge. What is edge? Somebody define for me, what is edge? Let's try that one. What is an edge in the market? Because what we're doing is giving ourselves a quantifiable edge in the markets. All right, so, oh, that's so fun. We can talk about that stuff all day. So how does it work? There we go. So the market's moving like this. P is pink for price. Here we go. So the price action looks like this for, let's say that from here to here, we're just going to ballpark it here. And oftentimes I will run a 2-week period. Or the optimization period. Basically, I tell the computer to do what computers do best and go through here and chop this all up into stops and targets and stops and targets and stops and targets and tell me what are some of my best settings for the stuff that I use. Now, I still have to know what my system is going to do, what the systems want to do. Knowing Vinny is my hedge. There you go. See, and then there's trust. Like, maybe you're not the guy that has to figure it all out, right? But if you can't determine who's smart and who's not, that's the problem with a guy like Analytical Kinetics. Like, he can't even see through the process, through the proof that I've shown, through the 1-year track record, through, again, it's more than 1 year, but let's just play with it here for a minute, right? My 1-year track records, the multiple back-to-back broker statements that are posted, that through all of that, this kid still wants to troll me harder than anybody. He's lost money through every other system that's out there, but because, here's why they don't like us. Because I can do what they cannot do. That's it. All right. We'll get into some more of that as we take on
color dog alert for NASDAQ.
The climate of the trading industry as we know it in 2020. So stay tuned for that. But we let the system do what computers do best, and when this is done, this is going to kick me out a grid of data. Let's see if I can do this. A little bit rusty. Here we go. Here is my makeshift grid of data. All right, maybe let's put in another grid. Let's do, there we go, multiple rows. You guys get the point, right? There's a grid. All right, draw out squares. Okay, so inside of this grid is what you guys showed. I showed you guys earlier, which we were paying attention to this column right here. What I'm trying to optimize for is what are the ideal ranges. Again, the fact that he keeps yelling about overfit as though like that's the most important thing that we're doing. I'm literally just gaining range from this. I'm not giving you settings. I'm not giving you stops and targets. I'm giving you what the system kicked out, so you know approximately what's good, but you have to also take into account max adverse excursion, which I've taught on at length, but the kid's too retarded to understand. You know, Analytical Kinetics, if you guys want to go, you know, see somebody just bury themselves, watch that guy as he continues to try to start up his scam and get people to follow his mentorship. Again, guy can't trade, doesn't trade, hasn't traded in over a year, but he's still trying to get people to join his mentorship. Strategic advantage is over its rivals. Absolutely. So, this row right here is what you guys want to check on tonight. I'm going to post out this, and this is going to give you the period for the mid-range that you want to adjust your charts for to give us the best visibility of the strategies that we run. That's our key. Now, by doing this, what we're trying to do is anticipate that tomorrow the markets may look like this. Doesn't that look like something that might be incorporated in this, right? We don't expect the market to do this, okay? If the market's been looking like this, we have a big assumption. We do assume that the market is still, this is one big assumption that you have to go off of on any robotic optimization algorithmic system, is you still have to assume that what's happened recently in the recent past can still continue on into the near future. Like the ATRs kind of stay within a certain range, that the boundaries and the ups and downs moves. But now what can change that? Things like what? Things like news, right? Why do we take on news so hard? Why is news so important to what we do? Because things like this, a news event could cause something like this, right? But in general, without a news event and things, we are expecting the same type of curve, because that means that the algorithms that are running the current markets, that they are moving the positions in their standard tune setting without adjustments from a major outside event, like a news event, an impacting news event. And we can predict with a fair amount of certainty, getting close to what tomorrow, whoops, it should have been green, what tomorrow is going to bring. Okay? That is how we predict what happens tomorrow, which is the key to all things. We want to know what's going to happen right here, okay? I don't care what happened in the past. I really care what's gonna happen tomorrow. So this is why we optimize. This is why it's important to load up your charts with our setups and our settings. This is how we do it. This is our edge. This is part of the edge. Again, this is just part. This is just part of what gives us edge. Then our pinpoint entry locations, headshots, wall hacks, hacks for the market. That's what we do here with AlgoBox, right? Breaking news breaks things. Mr. Cook has been hanging out with me for 3 years now. I think Mr. Cook, like he's an oldie goldie. Atnip too. How many people, let's see, how many people are in here with me tonight that have been hanging out with me for more than 2 years? People that are in the 3 and 4 year Founder Club members. I know we've got at least 2 in here with me. Douglas, coming from Sierra Charts, now I need to learn your methods. A lot of study, I agree with your methods. Should I learn NinjaTrader first for all your methods? Thanks. Yes, Curtis, there's another, there's 3. 3 that have been with me more than 2 years. Doug, yeah, welcome aboard. So why do I recommend NinjaTrader overall? I don't get a kickback from NinjaTrader. I have no deals with NinjaTrader where they kick me back. I just literally know that NinjaTrader is the #1 platform for all things because they are superior in the things that we're doing right here. The backtest, look, all systems out there got backtest. Big freaking whoop-de-doo, all right? Will, holy shnikes, Will Laurie's here, folks. Mix for years. Will Laurie, 4 years. David Atnip, 4 years. Will Laurie, how long has it been? When do you? When was you? Can you put a finger on it, Will? Were you a 4-year bandit as well? Anthony wishes he was. I appreciate that. So let's talk about. Let's talk to that. Who's our new fellow there? Yeah. So asking about Sierra Charts versus NinjaTrader. Let's talk about VINNY'S bow methodology real quick. Okay, this is relatively simple. Okay, but when you guys hear me talk about my bow methodology, what exactly is that? Okay, you get it. I'm not gonna talk about methodology because there's no room there, but you get it. Bow methodology. Okay, and interestingly enough, there is an M at the end of that because I'm gonna talk about this. This is the Monte Carlo. 4. Yep. So Will's been around 4 years plus. You know, they know this stuff. Okay, because they've been listening to me for a long time. Backtest, optimize, walk forward. Most of these systems like Sierra Charts and any of these other guys, like they stop right here. Then they try this, okay? I've seen some try this, okay? A lot of them are close, but no soap, folks. And here's where they just get bent over backwards. They got nothing right here. Walk forward, and then most of them try to play off that this isn't important. Oh my gosh, this is so important. B-O-W. I'm gonna show you guys what the W in the bow methodology is, okay? Walk forward. Walk forward methodology is a sliding window of the thing that you guys already just saw a minute ago. So let's bring back that box, okay? So remember our time period, okay? But imagine a bunch of windows inside of this, okay? So I got a 2-week window and a run period. I got a 2-week period and a run period. I got a 2-week period and a run period. I got a 2-week period and a run period. I got a 2-week period and a run period. Now I know, like over the left side of the screen, this would have to go off to the left. You guys get that though, right? You guys are smart. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm just drawing it right here because I got limited space on the draw. But all of these are overlapping run periods, okay? Every one of these little slices, okay? These should represent run periods, okay? You get the point? But they're overlapping and these are sliding windows. This is what I do and what I call walk forward testing, where I am doing walk forward back test. I'm sorry, not back test. Forget that. Scratch that. It's not back test at all. Back test just tells you one thing. Do you have any edge whatsoever? Are you having any consistency whatsoever? Start like tip of the iceberg. You know, it's 1 out of 4 things you need to do. So you might be like, oh, that's 25%. It's not. It's less than 25% of value for a back test. Back test is like barely even there. All the magic happens in optimization and walk forward. That's why all these other guys fail at this. All right. So, I don't even remember what I was about to type right here, but sliding window. Okay. You guys know that we're doing the sliding window and check, 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 and check. So this is the walk forward. Okay. Now this will consistently do this for you all in one swing. This is the advantage of NinjaTrader, folks. There is none like it, right? These ones that are like, oh, I'm trained on TraderView.
I can trade from my mobile phone in my mom's basement. It's so cool. Why can't NinjaTrader trade on my phone? I don't understand.
Look, it's these kids that are like, why can't I run a restaurant from my mom's basement either? All right, same concept. Your mom's oven, kids, is for bake sales. If you want to run a restaurant, you need restaurant quality stuff. Ovens, big refriges, you know, all that kind of stuff. Rinse and repeat. Well explained. Thank you, my friend. Okay, but NinjaTrader is the only platform. The reason that we use it, the reason I say use it, this is, if people are like, well, that's the only reason. Oh my word, there are many other reasons. But like, if you want to say what's the deciding factor on algorithmic trading, where algos are taking all your money, folks, if you're tired of algorithms taking your money, why are you not going to use algos to fight back? Right? And well, it's because I'll tell you why. Because the people who are controlling the conversation are the people who are in power, and they're selling you crap like Jigsaw. Jigsaw is the biggest piece of shit on the planet. There's one, maybe two good things about it. We've already incorporated it inside of AlgoBox, and the rest of it is a gigantic shill pile. Okay, and they've got a bunch of affiliates out there like Seth Ellis and Gamma Trader, and you know, look, Peter Davies is going to push that crap down your throat all day long and act like he can see some stuff and reading the tape. The tape reading stuff disappeared in 2009, folks. Here, I'll give you some more history. All right, who knows about 2009? Who knows what happened to the tape in 2009? Raise your hand. If you know what happened to the time and sales tape in 2009 on the CME, type a 1. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, what happened in 2009 on the tape that changed everything, and basically why Jigsaw is not worth a penny, in my opinion, it happened right here in 2009. If you know what happened to the tape in 2009, let's see how many people have been trading for that long, like me, who know what happened to the tape in 2009, or maybe you watched a video on it somewhere, some way, because it's pretty remote for the people that know this. What happened to the tape? By that, I mean the time and sales, the sales information that came through from the CME in 2009. October, I'll give you the month. October 2009. If you know, type me a 1. If you don't, type me a 2. I guarantee you're going to get a flood load of 2s in here. But these guys who all act like they, you know, people who control it, right? No, it was October, Will. Well, I mean, they might have started planning it in March. Maybe they were giving out the announcements in March. That's a possibility. But yeah, so you might know. Okay. But 2009, the CME changed what was going on in the tape for the primary E-minis. ES, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell. Well, actually not the Russell, because back then, where was the Russell? The Russell was on the ICE exchange. Y'all remember that? Remember the days of the Russell being $10 a tick on the ICE exchange? Yeah, you guys don't know what I'm talking about. You guys, everybody's too young in here. So back in 2009, you used to be able to see what's called intent. All right, here's your lesson for tonight. Here you go. You guys go tell all your friends. Y'all tell your friends about me. Intent on the tape. What exactly is that? What is the intent on the tape?
Direction changed.
Intent. You used to be able to tell the intent. I'll tell you right now, Jigsaw might have been worth a flip back in 2009. Okay? Post 2009, October,
Has been halted.
what it is right now. One word. Worthless jingle bell. Okay. Now, yes, I have some strong feelings about them. Why? Because they are scammers. And recently, they've gone so far as to even trying to silence people who talk about anything but their product. And we're going to blow it up in 2020, and we're going to give the truth, because we know that you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, 2009, intent on the tape. If somebody laid out, give an example. All right, so you got the tape coming in. Let's do red. You got somebody coming in, and they wanna lay down a 100 contract trade. Okay, 100 lot order. This 100 lot order comes in. Down on the tape though, so they want to sell 100. That's why I did red here. All right, I should do this on the buy side. Let's do it green. Okay, So this guy has the intent to drop 100. Okay, on today's tape, do you see the 100 lot order when this person comes in and punches, if he wants to just smash it, he wants a market order 100, and he smashes it, are you going to see 100 on the tape? Question. Answer this in the room. Yes or no? Are you going to see the 100 on the tape if he hits a market order? You guys answer this. Okay. Market order. If he punches 100, will you see 100 on the tape? Today. Not 2009. Today. Douglas says no. Correct. Even the guy on Sierra Charts knows the answer to that. So, if your answer is no, then folks, there is no point in using Jigsaw as it is designed and as they teach you to trade it, to look for the big spikes on the tape and look for the orders coming through with the big numbers, and they'll put a filter on, and exactly, and no spoofing. Anthony just added another one. And no more spoofing, although spoofing has more to do with limit orders. So I kind of had a trick question in there. Anthony, you would be correct if this was different, right? So if I would, but I said, I forced the question by market order. But you're right, no spoofing would apply if it was a limit order. If you put it in a limit order, then sure, right? You would see this. But I'm saying a market order, boom, right now, and this is what's on the tape on the bid side. 25, 25, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Down multiple ticks. Okay, how many, the question is here, I'll just answer these now because I know there's such a delay here. Okay, but I'll tell you right now, there is no point in owning Jigsaw as it is made today. All right, Jigsaw is just, the reason that they keep selling it, the #1 shill product out there, is because the people who are controlling the communication, aka Futures.io, Big Mike, scammer. Why do I say he's a scammer? Because he silences anything about AlgoBox, right? Why would you do that? Because you're trying to protect your shill-worthy Peter Davies, who's his buddy, the little butt buddy that they hang out in Costa Rica so they can avoid taxes and all this other kind of stuff, these shill bags. Okay? I'm sick of it. Come 2020, folks, we're just going to release the truth. These guys don't like me. Oh, surprise, surprise, right? I tried to play nice in the beginning. I was respectful to them, said, hey, you know, I respect what you guys are doing, but I'd like to interject something about some people that were saying some things about how our refund policy, which they were lying about, so I happened to say something, and now he just bans me and removes me, and nobody can say anything positive about AlgoBox, not allowed to on Futures.io. On the Reddit post, the #1 futures trading, mind you, let's back up for a second. Me, we, our group, the guys you guys are hanging out in Discord, as of right now, we are the #1 Discord room for futures trading. We are gigantic by a mile. We are more than double the size of the next guy, which is Seth Ellis's room, which is a Jigsaw shill room. They are 4,000 strong. We're approaching 10,000 members in our Discord channel. So think about that. We are more than double their size, folks. But they own Reddit, the keyword futures trading. So let me say something. I am the owner of the #1 Discord channel for futures trading, but I am banned now as of the other day. So you want to talk about like being pissed about something, because I defended myself. Heaven forbid I go out there and defend myself against the trolls and the people who doxed my family, who are out there putting my personal information out there on the internet, who are saying things like, oh, the security on the street is lax and we can attack his house, we can burn it and set it on fire, let's send in this Malaysian guy to go burn his house. All the stuff they said, not even talking about the racist stuff that they said about my family, but yeah, I got a little bit of a vendetta there, I would say, just a little bit. So they you know, whatever they got coming, you know, there's a karma thing in life, folks. Peter Davies and his entire set of shillers, Big Mike's Trading, Seth Ellis, all those guys, the fact that they are too scared to have a real conversation or have a competition, because quite frankly, I've already said it out to everybody too. Bring it. Bring a competition. If your product is so good and that you're so scared of people seeing AlgoBox and you want to protect people from AlgoBox, which is a bunch of crap, it's free for 2 weeks for crying out loud. You can try it out for yourself. Yeah, regulators, mount up. Right? They won't even let you have a conversation about AlgoBox. If anybody talks about it in a positive light, they are labeled as, oh, it must be Vinny coming in here. right? They banned Ron, a guy who was just literally genuinely like, hey, I heard about this AlgoBox thing. He goes to the futures trading room, he's like, hey guys, you heard about it? Boom! They instantly banned him. Now, not instantly, not until he was like, oh, I tried it out. I did the 2-week free trial last night. I was like, I'm going to try. I'm going to take this green. I don't know what his setup was. But he's like, I'm going to trade a micro. He made $120 overnight on a micro. That's $1,200 in E-minis that we trade. Okay? But no, all of a sudden they're like, oh, it must be Vinny coming in here, self-promoting again. They ban him, kick him out. He posts something on Reddit. Now they have taken down the thread, folks. If you go over on that thing. So anyhow, I know I'm talking the whole story about it again. It's fresh on my mind. You guys know how I am. I just tell it like it is. I tell you guys what's on my heart. I tell you guys, it's right there on the sleeve, folks. I just tell you, poof, and I get it off my chest, right? So I'm getting off the chest. Appreciate you guys listening in. But I'm wondering, what do you guys think about that? The fact that nobody can have a conversation. If anything is positive about AlgoBox, people do much better with AlgoBox than any other product I've ever seen out there. But if you say that, then apparently, you're me and you get banned and we silence you. They control the communication gap. So we're going to take care of that in 2020 as well. We're going to open up some free communication gaps. We're going to reinstitute our Traders Cafe that we had back 3 years ago, where we had open to the public everything. We're going to open up the floodgates and reinstitute Traders Cafe right here inside of our room. Come have a coffee with us. Come have a shake. Come try it out for yourself. And we are going to open up a free, completely free section inside of our Discord channel where people can come and communicate and talk as freely as they want about any product. We're not going to silence them about talking about Jigsaw. In fact, we encourage it. You come talk about Jigsaw as long as you get to see the other side of the story as well. And proof is in the pudding. They don't have track records. They don't show broker statements, but yet they come here and troll and say that our product is a fake and a shill, and it's just hilarious, right? They are ultimate projectionists, and we intend to close the mouths of the fools here in 2020. Oh yeah. Anthony, I know, yeah, you're a Christian, you're a study of the word. Go read Titus. I studied Titus the other night, and about staying positive. The Bible is not all about positivity, folks. It's not rainbows and butterflies. In fact, he tells you to put on the whole armor of God for a reason. We are going to battle day in, day out. And Titus says, rebuke them strongly. Very strongly, in fact. So that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah, buddy. We're taking over in 2020. We are going to wreck shop. And by the way, we're going to do it by telling the truth. And the truth will set them all free. And I think they should be free to decide on their own, not these fascists who think they can control the communications, right? That's my whole thing. As long as they allowed us to have communication, that would have been fine. But they ban us from their rooms, they ban us from the communication, and they're the free, supposedly the free section. They soft sell their crap. I'm just done with it, all right? We'll expose more of that. Hey, okay, let's get back to the tape. So you guys understand something, how the tape works, okay? Post 2009, because what used to happen is these used to all be controlled by timestamps, because people's computers couldn't handle it in the past, okay? But you used to be able to see intent on the tape. You can't see it anymore, okay? So on a bid, what used to happen on a market order, you would see that order there flash because it would be grouped, and there would be they would aggregate the orders for every 100th of a second. So, still, but people don't realize, they're like, oh, 100th of a second, that's really fast. Dude, that is for computers, there is all kinds of gaps in time. Am I right, Curtis? In a 100th of a second, there is all kinds of space in there for computations to occur. In that little, what we think as humans is a minor space, there's a lot of space right there when everybody in the world is smashing the buttons. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So post 2009, my point is this: Jigsaw should have gone out of business back in 2009. But the reason that they stayed alive, I'll tell you one more piece of little history, since we're doing history lessons here tonight, is the reason that they got where they were is because Peter Davies attacked Tom Dante. Anybody know that name? Tom Dante? Anybody? If you guys know who Tom Dante is, type a 1. If you don't know who Tom Dante is, type a 2 and go over there to Twitter and go find Tom Dante. He's aka Trader Dante, and go follow him on Twitter. All right. But the guy's a monster in the industry. I think he's probably the #1 known Twitter on FinTwit, which is financial Twitter. Okay. But Peter Davies was smart in that he attacked him and said all kinds of outrageous stuff about him, lied about him, got attention from that, all kinds of lag on broadcast connections too, how close the exchange connection is. Yeah, Barry, except for the prints on the tape, are very specific. So understand that I'm talking about not the lags and the communication gaps. I'm actually talking about what is shown on your tape coming from the CME is their data flow, okay? Okay, so if you guys don't know who Tom Dante is, I actually do, I think on video like 4 or 5, we actually review hash some of his stuff that he actually says the same things that I do about the pushing probe strategy, but he doesn't call it the pushing probe, he has some other name for it. But we went through that, so, you know, important guy to follow, but I'll tell you how Peter Davies and the Jigsaw product got to its grandeur that it is today, or, you know, everybody looks at it and it's like, ooh, I want it, okay? So he's selling to all these people, but it's crap. People are still trying to use the dome. I mean, if you're still using the dome in 2020, give me a freaking break, man. The only thing that's good about it is the bubbles, and we incorporated that in ours. I'm going to show you guys that here. Final thing on our list here tonight. Where are we at as far as our time? We're barely at an hour. We'll get in an hour and a half. I got a half hour here. You guys are going to love the last part of this when I show you guys what is useful inside of Flowmaster that we took. Yes, some of those parts are in Jigsaw, but they've got way too many settings and they're just leaving it open-ended to you, and they don't teach you flip dick about it because they can't trade. They don't have trading strategies, or I mean they do, but they don't have a track record on it to prove to you that it's any good, and they don't show your broker statement. So my point is, don't follow anybody that's not going to be willing to do that for you or trade there right in front of you so that you can see it yourself. Just don't. Okay. So yeah, order on the tape. Talked about that. Okay, so let's look at some real order. Oh, so the Tom Dante thing. So let me back up. The last thing is he attacked him, got all this stuff. So people were ignoring him for a long time. He's talking about reading the tape. Tom Dante's a levels guy. Okay. Again, I solve the algorithmic stuff by geometry. Okay. I tell that all the time. The way that we solve the equation of algorithmic trading is via geometrical shapes, etc. Whether it's, you know, ciphers, whether it is, you know, any kind of structures that we teach around here, we solve the equation by confluence of geometric structures plus order flow. All right, that's the last thing on the list for us. And of course, Elliott wave and fib incorporated into that as well, but that just adds confluence to what we do. Oh man, our stuff is there's too much in it for me to teach it in one session, as you guys know. That's why you got to digest it in 40 sessions, okay? All right. But that's how he got big, was trolling Tom Dante. And, you know, Tom can't stand the guy either. So, you know, and Tom's a good friend of mine, you guys know that. And yeah, he can't stand the guy. And, you know, at this point, I feel like this is the year. I'm fed up with it. What they did to my family last year, I'm telling you, it just lit a fire under me. You want to gaslight somebody? They gaslit me. So we are going to expose everything and let people know the truth, and we're going to consistently keep pushing that message of how Jigsaw is a scam, and we're going to keep pushing that message out there until everybody understands and knows it. But if you guys want to share it with somebody else, this thing that I just showed right here, take a screenshot of what we just got on here, intent on the tape, goes away, don't forget, in 2009. What color have I not used here? Purple. Pink, here we go. Okay. Oh, I was about to type 2009 and it clicked off. That's probably my drawing tool. All right, more important things on the list. Post 2009, useless. But let me show you guys what is very useful. Let's pull up. Here we go. All right, so before the scammers start going, oh look, Vinny's trading the sim. Look. Oh, there's sim. I saw it on a screenshot. There's sim. Yes, folks, this is a dev box. Congratulations. But tell all my trolls, hurry, come take a screenshot and go post it out. Because look, they have to fake everything about us. So here's our tools. All right, here we go. We are on a dev box right now. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's get the word out on these guys. You guys help me reshare my stuff on Twitter. It'd be awesome. That's another thing. They got like shillers galore, like resharing their stuff and all sorts of kind of crap. I know. You guys just come here. We trade, we make money, and we leave. We don't have to mess with all this stuff. But honestly, for the good of the people, for the good of the trading community, let's get the word out this year in 2020. You're simming right now? Remo, how dare you? You must be a scammer. How dare you practice? How dare you go to the batting cages as a professional baseball player? How dare you swing? You must be a fake baseball player for going to the batting cages. No real professional batting cage. No, baseball player would go to the batting cages. And this is the level of stupidity that these guys bring. Okay, so here's regular. I want to show you guys. Okay, take a peek. Because here's what's coming. All right, what's the new feature? Flowmaster workspace. Check out this Flowmaster. Bam. Now, if you don't know the difference, probably because you haven't used our stuff yet. Gotta practice the map. That's right, baby. All right, it's not gonna let me zoom in properly. How about, what if I do, how's this thing doing this? Is it over here? Kind of. Okay. Well, I think you guys can see this okay. I'm just gonna do it full screen here without zooming and zooming. You guys see this all right? I think you can. Okay, so Flow Master. Man, look at these white crosses. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. All right. The only parts that you need out of Jigsaw we've already incorporated into our system with the Flow Master. The main pivot points we're looking for at white crosses. Golden. What are we looking for with golden crosses? Continuations. Are we not? Do you see how all these golden, 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 golden? We almost had one right here. I probably would have taken that trade, but once we broke, what do we got? Continuation, 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 continuation. Do I see even a blue or a white yet? No. Can you ride this position? Yeah, you can. Is this a bow tie? You bet your socks they are. That's a beautiful trade right there. But this is how the Flow Master works. Very simple for you to see. Everything that we do is about simplifying the complexity of this. Wow, are those white circles in just the right spot, or is it just me? I think that's pretty cool. If I know that there's going to be a pivot right there, I think that's pretty handy to know that that's right there, don't you? Uh-oh. Oh, no, not all of them are 100%, folks, but oh, we got the follow-up, and bloop, that's pretty darn good. I'm just saying, is it coincidence? I think not. So AlgoBox is the best. We all become very professional traders in 2020 using the best system in no BS community. Brutal honesty is the way. Love this group. Thank you, Robert B, for that little tidbit right there. Flow Master. This, if you want to see the volume confluence along with the trading strategies that we already have to make our system just even that much better. Again, we taught you how to do this without this, but get inside here and now look at whether you choose blobs or the crosshairs. Again, at the entry point, this is where we really care about it, folks. I'm not as concerned with it on the higher time frames. Don't forget, if you're doing Flow Master, here's the key. Write this down tonight. Okay? Flow Master is for the low time frames. We are looking for the pinpoint entry. I want the volume spikes. There's one right there. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, where's the cross at? This is the start of the move right there. Bam. We love it. But what we want to know is, did we get the volume spike right there? Now, of course, you can see it down here, but this also requires speed. Not just, again, because I talked earlier, this is not just a big order block coming through. This is speed coming into this area and location. We have measured out relative speed and volume into these, and we give you 3 versions of it and how to interpret it. And not overfitting like these turds, like I could have, well, why not have 7 settings? Because that's called overfitting. We need a ballpark piece of information to make us and allow our minds to be able to make a decision like this. That's what we do here. Building that confluence, execution, rolling it. All right. Any questions around Flow Master? Pop those over in the chat box. But that answers, I don't think I segued that with the reason that I answered that question is because somebody asked about our order flow tools. Where am I? I think I shrank it. There we go. Ask me any questions. So this question came from Delta, who is actually just trying to troll me. Delta is one of the other scammers over in Seth Ellis' room, but they like to come here and pretend like, oh, I'm just going to ask them out. What's this order flow thing? This is not a genuine question, but I just answered it. Okay. Jigsaw is crap. Our stuff is legit, and it's awesome, quite frankly. So there you go, Delta. You learned about our order flow indicator. All right, there you go. Can you tell us more about this? Answered. Rip Chick asked Confluence and how to do so. Yes. And videos? Yes. In our training, if you want to join us. And again, don't forget, Friday, if you come on Friday, we'll get you hooked up with the Christmas discount offer that we had during the Christmas holidays. If you missed it, one day on Friday. Make sure you get there on Friday if you want to join us on that. Do you do options? Geocat? No, we don't do options, really. I mean, you can. I would do a J-hook on it. Great platform you got here. Thank you. What's the monthly charge? Check out our pricing page. And, of course, come Friday, and we'll get you hooked up with the Christmas discount there for lifetime access on gold. Golden ropes. We talked about the golden ropes. We were talking about how okay, I think we answered that question last time. So we are all caught up on the Ask Vinny Questions section. If you guys want other questions answered, pop them over there in that Ask Vinny Questions section for the next video. Vinny, check out the remote this time for your demos. quickly resizing your VM dev machines remote. Okay, I'll check that out. Remote desktop manager. I think I've used that before. So yeah, I'm totally game with that. I've also used what was it, TS King or something, Terminal Server King. But yeah, I'll check out that remote desktop manager if that's easier for zooming in, zooming out. That's awesome. Just use my drawing tool there. Okay, so tomorrow we need this. Here we go. Are we within it? Yep, we still got 12 minutes. Give me 12 minutes, folks, and let's look at the markets for tomorrow. Don't forget, it is Sunday night. We are going to do some market analysis. We got a lot done here tonight. Don't forget, it is the beginning of the year, so I want to make sure you guys get this information in as we come into the beginning of the year. We're all fired up, ready to go in 2020, so I want to take the time here tonight to give you guys a great session. Hope you guys enjoyed it so far. If you enjoyed this one, wait till tomorrow, Mentorship Monday, where you get to come in, ask more questions, and we get into specific stuff on trading our strats, which are over here in the Discord channel on the left, of course, to understand all of these and how we run them. All right. So we push another one. Better to have Flowmaster on the 5 or the 2 chart. Better. The lower, the better. The lower, the better on those. When you get up to the 5 section, you'll still remember all the plays that we're looking for on some of that is keep in mind the smooth leg operation. Smooth leg plus the volume spike. Okay, 2 things you key on the higher time frames. But on the lower time frames, lower is better for Flowmaster. Okay, so great question there from Remold. Got that one answered there on the Ask Any Questions section. So let's take a peek at the markets. Okay, I'll get you guys new optimizations here tonight to set up your mid time frames on those ranges. Here are the primary instruments we will be looking at. These are my favorites on the map as we speak. Let's come up here to this is for the week. Here we go. Tomorrow we got a gap down on ourselves. We already closed the gap halfway. We did. Bummer. Okay. So one of my favorite plays when we gap down over the weekend is a halfback. We're already there, so hard to play this zone. Let's look at our highest time frame. Start there. Remember me calling 3,200? I'm like, everybody's all like, oh, we're coming down now. Oh, we're coming down now. I'm like, no, dude, no, we are not looking short. Not even close until we get 3,200. Remember this? Anybody? We've had that there for a long time. As soon as we get past that zone, we were getting long. That was pretty darn close. Within 1 bar of turning point, ripping it up. And what's this right here? Yes, my friend, that is a double dot on the 89s to give the final push into the capitulation zone. And the return, when we get to this spot right here, this is where we're looking for the drop. All right, there it is. Take a screenshot. This is what we're looking for in the markets. We are in the highs, up in the nosebleeds, 89s. That's what we're looking for. Now, when we enable ChartCast, these type of things will be showing up on your charts in 2020. So get excited about that, not just having to come and watch the video. Let's see, here's our mid time frame. Don't forget, tonight we will be reposting what these are. This is from the 24 range from our last week. Hard read here, but we are inside the golden ropes here, so this is exciting. We've got spots on the top side and the bottom side for us to work with. Again, and what else do we have? We got the 14 sweet spot on the VIX, so we should get some good opportunities on our other instruments. Again, we use ES as our guide, those of you guys who are new with us. We're looking for formations down below. Anybody see a turtle right here? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Let's see who sees it. If you see a turtle, type a 1. If you do not see a turtle here, type a 2. And let's label her up. Turtle in play. See that turtle? Type me a 1. If you do not, type a 2. If you don't, go get through some trading, folks. Turtle play, target gonna be the diamond right here. If we get a dot, diamond dot, take the diamond dot play right here. Look for the diamond dot. Oh, you posted the turtle earlier? Nice, Remo. Excellent. Yeah, excellent call. And you can see it on the lower time frame too. Look, can you see the turtle formation on the lower time frame? Look at that shell, straight neck right here. So, watch the noobs try to get short up here now. Okay, when we get the green dot, what are we doing? Rocking it. Make sure you get some timing as well. I'll be looking for some timing for this. And look at our targets up above. I mean, it's spelling it out for us. Probably #1 trade if you're overnight or in the Aussie folks. Look for that turtle trade. Look for that long off of the turtle head neck right there. All these looking lined up. And this could break all the way through that up to 32.35 on the 8s. Okay, 32.35 on the 8s for the runner target if that keeps running at that point. Especially if you get green dots, add to the position. Half on, half off, add. Half on, half off, add. For that one right there. If you're trading the micros, load them up. All right, that's looking like some pretty good analysis for Monday. I'm gonna take a screenshotter here. Capture that for ourselves, keep that up, and play for tomorrow. Awesome. Okay, so let's come down to some lower time frames and let's see what's going down right now. Okay, so we've got a shark coming in. Great. Where is my drawing tool? There we go.
NASDAQ.
Shark back coming in.
Color dog alert for NASDAQ.
Overnight. Okay. Shark back. Pop quiz time. Do you know where the stop is on this shark back? If you know where the stop goes on this shark back entry, type a 1. If you do not know where the shark back is for the stop, type a 2. Let's see who knows the shark back in here and who does not. Let's move over here to the YM. Holy shnikes! That's a dot right there. Let me switch to my account. You guys know my account number, but I am definitely going to dip a toe in the water on this bad boy right here. All right, I'll build into that position, and I'm gonna work that one right there on the shark HMD, and we got that long neck thing right there. So Dow trade, I am in a long position here. What's our time? 4 minutes. Probably gonna get a move there in 4 minutes on the Eastern time. Midnight. Thanks for hanging out late with us here tonight, folks. RTY. Basically, all these are forming up this little bit of the old Turtleinator 9000. So enjoy that. Look for the capitulation move up into that area, and then potentially for that down move. But again, don't try to anticipate too far in advance. React. Look what's in front of you. Trade the position. Trade it like a video game, in and out. Don't sit there on the med floor. Don't wait around for the medic to come pick you up. It either is or it is not. To be or not to be, that is the only question. All right, any other questions? I don't see any more over there in that, and we are right at 1:27, so 2 minutes. I did pretty darn good there, folks, keeping it within that 90-minute window. All right, folks, to all the new folks, welcome aboard. Don't forget to smash that like button down below. Drop us a comment later on if you like what we're doing here. Awesome. If you want to see any changes, type that down in the description as well. Make sure you follow us over there on Facebook, Twitter, of course, here on YouTube. Reshare our stuff. And, of course, make sure you guys spread the word on all of those scammers and shillers in 2020. That is yours and my duty for the community in trading in 2020. All right, folks, thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and the rest of the gang, I'm sending out that big H-Town. See ya.